The function that simultaneously involves the influences of the sine and cosine functions is the tangent function. The tangent function is defined as the ratio of the sine and cosine functions. Let's calculate the sine, cosine, and tangent values for the interval from -2 pi to 2 pi. First, consider the sine values. Next, the cosine values. These two values are familiar to students from our previous lessons, as we've examined their graphs. Now, let's look at the tangent values. Since tangent is the division of sine by cosine, there are certain x values where the tangent value does not exist. The graph of sine values is represented by red dots, and the cosine values are represented by blue dots. In places where the cosine values are 0, the tangent values do not exist. This is depicted as vertical asymptotes in the graph. The green line in the graph represents the tangent function, which is the result of the division operation. The tangent function has x-intercepts where sine values become 0. Let's combine these graphs for a comprehensive view. Now, let's examine the tangent function we've plotted. As mentioned earlier, the tangent function has zeros at x equals n pi, where n is an integer. The vertical asymptotes occur where cosine values become 0, specifically at x equals pi over 2 times an odd integer. Now, let's explore the cotangent function. The cotangent function is defined as the reciprocal of the tangent function. We will use the sine and cosine values we calculated earlier. Here are the cotangent values. Since cotangent is the division of cosine by sine, there are specific x values where the cotangent value does not exist. The cosine values are represented by blue dots on the graph, and the sine values are represented by red dots. In places where the sine values are 0, the cotangent values do not exist. This is depicted as vertical asymptotes in the graph. The green line in the graph represents the cotangent function, which is the result of the division operation. The cotangent function has x-intercepts where cosine values become 0. Now, let's zoom in on the cotangent function we've plotted. As observed, the cotangent function has zeros at x equals pi over 2 times an odd integer. The vertical asymptotes occur where sine values become 0, specifically at x equals n pi, where n is an integer. See you next time.